welcome to Live in the Solution. I'm Mary Trimble and I'm here with your readings for March the 26th through April the 1st. I can't believe we're in April already. It's crazy. So first of all, thank you for liking my videos, for sharing them on your social media, for commenting. I read every comment, for subscribing if you haven't already. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. And please check out my Patreon page. I have a Patreon page. The link will be below, and it'll also be on my YouTube channel, and just check it out. It's another way to just support me, and I want to thank my patrons. I just started it a week or so ago, and it's just thank you. Now, I just wanted to do a little astrological report first. Also, personal readings are below. These are for general readings. They're for your sun, moon, and rising. You'll find those links to the other videos down below, so you can click on your sun, moon, and rising. And I will put a timeline if you're checking out more than one video, where to skip this intro, because I'll put this intro on everything. So the big news is the full moon in Libra on the 31st. Now, this is a blue moon. We call it a blue moon. That's how it comes, once in a blue, right? Once in a blue moon. It's usually every 2.5 years, but we actually had one in January. But we didn't have only because we didn't have a full moon in February, because it was 28 days. It was too short. So we have 2 full moons, and the second moon is not really blue. It's just called a blue moon. Anyway, enough about that. Let's go to astrology. So this very powerful full moon is in Libra. Now, Libra is about love. It's about relationship. It's about harmony. It's no conflict. It wants to be balanced, and that's wonderful, right? Yes. But at the same time, the Sun and Mercury, which is retrograde, is opposing it, and that's in Aries. And also we have Mars in Capricorn and Saturn opposing it too. So there's this, there's Leo. There's the full moon in Libra out there on its own, trying to balance all this energy, and it's going to be a little challenging. Now, so they're all challenging aspects. Now, the thing that's going to save us somewhat is that, okay, the Sun is about, your identity, me, shining on me, right? And Mercury is about communication. But Mercury is retrograde, so when a planet's going forward, it's about what you project outward, right? So when it's retrograde, it's about going in. So, with this Mars energy, we're going to want to we'll perhaps, say something really fast without thinking. So with Mercury in retrograde, it might slow it down a bit. Also with Saturn there. Saturn, Mars is about action, moving forward really fast, and Saturn's about no, slow, stop, and may even put blocks in place to slow you down, right? It's known as the planet of accidents. Sometimes it's just to slow you, stop. You need to slow down. It's the planet of teaching lessons, right? So it's a dynamic energy that's happening this week. And if we look, full moons are usually a culmination, right? It can be the ending of something. It can be, releasing relationships. It can be releasing behaviors that aren't working for us anymore. It can be releasing the way we react or respond, or releasing friendships. It can be about forgiveness. It can be about healing. It's a good time to kind of reflect and to go in and see what no longer works for us anymore. That's what a full moon is really good for. And also it can be the culmination and, you know, the blossoming of something that you've really worked hard on. And it could be the culmination of all that. You know, your intentions at the first moon, right? At the new moon, go back and see what your intentions were. That's why I always write mine down and see if anything's come to fruition. It's really interesting, really is, to do that. Now, what else is going on? I have to put my glasses on and look at my notes for this. Yes, it can be very emotional and sensitive for some people. Of course, that's the new moon, right? We could be extremely sensitive when somebody says something, and we could really be hurt by it. So it's important to really think before we speak, like bite your tongue. You know, take a deep breath in. Think about what you're going to say. And also what you can say, what you say may be misconstrued. Now, Venus will have moved into Taurus, and Venus is at home in Taurus, darling. She's going home. She's feeling really good. She'll be languishing on the couch, eating bonbons, taking, you know, rose petal baths. She's going to feel romantic. She's going to feel wonderful. So you've got this wonderful energy. And at the same time, she's moving into a really nice aspect to Uranus, which is the planet of surprises. Meet a new love. We could bump into someone unexpectedly when we least expect it, right? It could be about, you know, Venus is about finances too. We could have some surprises with finances. So I feel that this is a really interesting and a really lovely energy coming in. And I think this is a really opportune time to focus on, you know, equality and balance, because that's what Libra is about. And look what's happening, you know, across the nation. It's all the young people are you know, rising up and what amazing speakers they were. I was blown away by that. Anyway, listen, that's getting on something else. Anyway, that was just so moving to watch that. To watch all those young people so articulate and so confident and so done with what's going on. Power to you guys. You're going to save us. Anyway, let's go to your card, shall we? Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your reading for March the 26th through April the 1st. And the first reading, the first card, sorry, that we have for you is the Five of Earth. Now, this isn't the same meaning in this deck as it is in other decks. This is saying that all is not what it appears to be. So when this card comes up, it's saying, look, you've got to ask yourself, are you lying to... Look at this. Look, I mean, the card is beautiful. Look at the card. But are you gambling with someone else's feelings? Are you the trickster? Are you the con man? Or are you being conned by a con man? This is something that you have to ask yourself. You've got to go, look, this is about really asking yourself, am I doing this for the money? Am I doing this? Am I gambling with other people's feelings? What is not right here? This is about coming out of denial, right? And really looking at the truth for what it is. Is your behavior hurting someone? Are you doing something just for the money? Or, you know, ask those questions. In questions that we ask for ourselves is personal growth, right? So when this Five of Earth comes up, it's asking us to, you know, stop gambling, come out of the truth, come out to the truth. And look, if somebody nefarious is around us, this could mean that too. So you have to look at this person. They may not be who they seem to be. And you really have to ask yourself those deep questions. And, you know, look, your gut feeling is going to tell you really when someone, all that glitters isn't gold. That's what I just got. All that glitters isn't gold. I get that a lot sometimes, but that's what I got. So somebody may be in your life, Capricorn, that may be selling you a dream. I knew someone years ago and he used to say, I sold them a dream. And I'm like, and you know, people would believe it. He sold me a dream once. I believed it. Then I woke up from the nightmare. So this is if you're not really coming back into the moment and really looking at things the way they are. Now, sometimes it's our own behavior and we have to hold ourselves back and say, okay, that's not right. I've got to stop doing this. We are all multifaceted beings, right? Good and bad, yin and yang in us. So sometimes we need to look at that. We need to embrace that side, and we need to rein ourselves in sometimes for doing things for the wrong reasons, right? So this could be you, or it could be someone in your life that's not got your best interest at heart. So you're being asked to look at that. And look, this is the 5 of Cups. You're not present. So you have to come into the moment. If you're the one that's pulling the wool over someone's eyes, or you're just doing something for the money, but really, when you really look at it, you know that it's not, you don't have integrity with it, right? You don't believe that it's going to work, but you're selling something that's not for the best for everyone, right? You need to come back and you need to start looking at the blessings in your life. Sometimes this kind of behavior, when you're doing it yourself, is out of fear, the lack thereof, right? It's the fear that you don't have enough. So you do something nefarious. You might, sell drugs, or you might sell something that doesn't work, or whatever it is, right? Gamble. And other people will get hurt, right? Or maybe somebody else has come into you and you're not focused. You're so focused on, this is like, the spilt milk, focusing on what you can't have instead of what you can. And so you're willing to go to do things or believe things that you wouldn't normally believe, right? Capricorn, come into the moment and look around. Take the blindfold off, look at the situation and be honest with yourself. Don't do things out of selfishness. Right? And don't do things or believe people out of the fear, because it's like, it looks really, if it's too good to be true, it's too good to be true at this point. That's what you're being told. So I don't know if it's you being nefarious or someone else around you being nefarious, but come back into the moment, focus, and see the truth for what it is. And then we have the 2 of Earth. And this is about being really busy and juggling, but this is also about focusing, coming into the present moment. You've got to come into the present moment, because when you've got a lot going on, you're juggling, and if you take your eye off the ball, all the balls drop, right? So this is about coming into the present moment. For me, it's always about that. It's about really looking at what's going on in your life and focusing all on what's happening right in front of you. Be focused and in the moment. No matter what moment you're in, that's all we've got. We've only got this moment. That's enlightenment. Be in the moment. Clarifying it is the 7 of Cups, right? You have all these opportunities, right? And you're probably juggling. You don't know which one to take, and it's like, meditation. When you go inside, you're going to know which opportunities to take. Most of these opportunities are great, but some aren't. So you really have to, some are not good opportunities. So you've really got to be discerning. You've got to connect with source, go inside, meditate, and the answer you'll know. This is intuition. Listen, this is a difficult journey that you've been on. This was also clarifying this. You've been through a difficult journey, Capricorn, and you are over it. So you are going on a journey. You're going to get in that boat and you're going to go and you're going to sail, right? Even though it's treacherous waters. This is saying, just be careful which boat you get in. Right? Go, definitely go, take the opportunity, but be cautious about what you choose and which boat you get in, right? It's treacherous waters out there. So I have a feeling that you're so ready to take this leap, and you're so ready to take this opportunity, and you really have to be discerning about which opportunity you take. And that's about going inside. And look, you've got the next card you've got emotion and intellect. This is about your feelings manifesting physically and affecting you physically, they can make you ill, or they can make you really healthy. But this is being open to the idea, knowing that your thought patterns and your emotions are affecting every cell and particle in your body. So you have to really, this is really about meditation. It really is. You really have to quieten the mind so that you can think clearly, so that you can look at your old belief systems. What are you believing? What do you believe? Right? You really have to ask yourself those questions. I say out of these personal questions comes personal growth. We have to ask, why are we here? What are we doing here? What's my purpose? Right? That's personal growth. That's self-awareness. This is about being open. It's like quietening that busy mind, right? Taking everything into consideration. And this is fighting for your truth, right? This is definitely from a higher perspective. There's sometimes when this card comes up, this is the 9 of Wands. This is like you're exhausted from fighting. Sometimes you can have the same. I feel that you're exhausted from providing, making ends meet for some of you, definitely. And maybe that's why you're kind of considering some less than opportune opportunities. So you're ready to move on, to get in that boat. You're really ready to move on, and you're kind of exhausted and tired of it. But this is saying, look, stay the course. Things are really going to be okay. You just have to, choose your battles, but defend what is right. Be righteous. Have integrity. Fight for that. Fight for what is right for everyone and for yourself. But don't be selfish during this time. It's really about taking everyone into consideration. And it's about balance. And it's about clarity of mind so that you can make those decisions clearly, right? And the best for everyone. And the only way to do that is to quieten the mind, Capricorn. It's meditation. That's my big message. That's it. That's it, darling. Anyway, look, there's a link to my free meditation guide for beginners or for busy people. It's at the end of this video. Click on that link and bring that into your daily practice. I'm telling you, it will change your life. Thank you so much for tuning in, Capricorn. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. To inquire about or purchase any of Mary's services, please email mary@liveinthesolution.com.